Hey, what's up? Ron here. Welcome to TimeWalkTV. I hope you're all having a great day today. If you're new to the channel, we post videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday all about Magic the Gathering. So if you want to keep up with all my videos, go ahead and hit that red subscribe button down below. So today we're going to be taking a look at a TEMUR Super Friends deck that I found on Jeff Hoogland's stream, and I think it's one of the best decks in Standard besides Golos. It leverages the power of Arboreal Grazer and Gilded Goose to power out your turn 3 Planeswalkers and Oko and the Royal Scions, and just accelerate yourself into your big 4 and 5 drops. So it's extremely aggressive, super fun. Let's go and jump into it right now. Alright, welcome into Arena. We have our TEMUR Super Friends deck loaded up, ready to go. Let's go and take a look at some of the cards that make this deck work. Now for starters, we have our mana acceleration. We have 4 Arboreal Grazers and 4 Gilded Goose. So these are our 8 1-drop creatures that can come down in turn 1 to accelerate us into our 3 drops. And we also have Once Upon a Time, so if we do not have one of these in our hand, we could do this on turn 1 to try to find one to, get that acceleration going, because it's very important to get ahead as fast as possible, because we are an aggressive deck. We want to make sure that we get on the board quickly and we deal as much damage as possible. Moving on to our Planeswalker package here, we have 4 Royal Scion. Card is phenomenal. It's always been great for me, even when we're not using the other +1 to give a target creature +2/+0. Just drawing a card and discarding a card each turn is really great. The -8 ends up coming up really quickly because you plus twice and you're already pretty much there. And it deals a lot of damage, and it's to any target. So say I draw 4 cards and have 6 cards in hand, I can deal 6 damage to a player, a creature, a planeswalker, so that's really good removal there. Domri, Agent of Bolas, Anarch of Bolas, is the 3-mana one from War of the Spark. It ramps us, it pumps our creatures, and it allows us to fight, so a little removal there. Fits in the 3-mana planeswalker slot there pretty good. Oko, the new hotness, basically, literally. It's 1 green blue for a legendary planeswalker. +2, create a food. +1, target artifact or creature loses all abilities, becomes a 3/3 elk. And -5, you can exchange control of a creature or artifact for a target creature an opponent controls with power 3 or less. So that's very specific. It has to have power 3 or less. Even if it's a super powerful card like 10 CMC, as long as it has 3 or less power. This is great because on turn 2 you can make a food, or you can turn the food that Gilded Goose makes into a 3/3. Any large threat your opponent plays, just turn it into a 3/3. Don't even worry about it. Last, we have Sarkhan the Masterless. This is a great 5-drop that turns all of your awesome 3-drop planeswalkers into 4/4 flying dragons, and it can create a dragon here. Also, whenever a creature attacks you or planeswalker you control, each dragon you control deals 1 damage to that creature. So if you get 2 dragons out there and everyone swings at one of your planeswalkers, well, they're all going to take 2 damage and get killed. Now we have the kind of meat of the deck here, the big enforcers, basically, the bouncers. Questing Beast, 2 green for a 4/4, has Vigilance, Death Touch, and Haste. It can be blocked by creatures with power 2 or less. Combat damage that would be dealt by creatures you control can't be prevented. And whenever Questing Beast deals damage to an opponent, it deals that much damage to target planeswalker that player controls. So you can basically swing at your opponent and kill their Teferi and kill their whatever planeswalker they have. So super good mythic card. This is what I remember mythics being like. Tons of text box, super powerful, and just gets the job done. Wicked Wolf has been extremely impressive every time I've seen it. It's a 4-drop 3/3, but you can sack a food token to give it +1/+1 and indestructible. You do end up tapping it, but having that extra removal there and an indestructible threat is really good, especially when you have Oko making tokens and you have Gilded Goose being able to make food tokens as well. Sarkhan Hellkite is the 3 red 4/4 flying riot dragon. Man, these cards have a lot of text on them, don't they? 3 in a red, deals 2 damage divided as you choose among 2 targets, and activates the ability only if it has a 1/1 counter. So when the riot comes down, you can either give it haste or give it a 1/1 counter to turn it into a 5/5. Usually you want to give it haste, but if the game is kind of close toward the end, you can give it like a 1/1 counter, and then you can smack them for 5, kill one of their zombies or something like that, or just deal 7. So that's really great. Just a little top end there to go along with the Sarkhan, and it's also a dragon for his ability. Looking at the lands, we have 4 Breeding Pool, 4 Stomping Grounds, and 4 Steam Vents, so we have all 12 shocks. So our mana base is definitely going to hurt us pretty good. We also have 3 Temple of Epiphany as our Scry lands, And then we have a ton of basics. So actually a lot of these lands are going to come in untapped and not hurt us. 6 forests, 2 mountains, 2 islands. The 6 forests are basically for all of our 1-drops here. Make sure we have a forest on turn 1, and we have a bunch of double green spells there toward the top of our curve. Looking at the sideboard, we have 3 Veil of Summer. We want to make sure that we can either counter Thought Erasure or stop a Murderous Rider, something along those lines, and we get to draw a card from it. That's great. Disdainful Stroke is probably the best counterspell in Standard currently. Everyone seems to be going as far over the top as possible, playing big giant spells all the time, so Disdainful Stroke kind of hits a big number of that. Plus, the rest of our deck kind of takes care of the little tiny decks pretty easily because we have such big threats. Lava Coil for any of the opposing questing beasts or big creatures that we might run into. Flame Sweep for the Golos deck, for the zombies, and for the smaller decks like Mono Red, Mono White, or anything that you might end up running into by chance. This is really good against the Golos deck just because you can wipe their tokens out and then swing with your whole team instead of just questing beasts. And one Shifting Ceratops, I don't really know what that's for. It's just kind of a haste threat that can get through some blue creatures or blue spells or something. So kind of like that there as your one of. But that's the deck. It's probably insane. That's all I can guess. But just looking at the power level of this deck is actually bonkers because there's so many mythics, so many rares. I think the only non-mythic, non-rare is a Boreal Grazer as common and your basic lands, because everything else is rares here. So if you're looking to play in a budget, this is definitely not the deck for you, but powerful nonetheless. So let's go and hop into some games, see how it plays, see if we can get some wins. All right, welcome into round 1. Let's take a look at our hands, see what we have to work with. I think we're actually going to mulligan because we don't do anything till turn 4, and that's not really what this deck's about. So let's go to mulligan, see if we can get a little bit better hand. We don't, but we do have Once Upon a Time and Gilded Goose, so we can play our Royal Silence on 2. Hopefully we hit another land, we can play Wicked Wolf on 3 there. So let's go ahead and keep. Our opponent is going first. I think we're actually going to put Sarkhan back because we really can't cast it, and we have a decent curve here already. So turn 1, Island Witching Well. Okay. Resolves. Yep, they're going to scry 2. We'll come to our turn. We're not going to cast our Once Upon a Time until we draw our card here. We always want to get one deeper. Make sure we find what we need here. So let's go in Once Upon a Time. What are we looking for here? Questing Beast seems really, really good. We do have double green in our temple here. So let's grab our Questing Beast. I think I'm going to shock. I don't think they're a very aggressive deck if they play turn 1 Witching Well. So we'll play our Gilded Goose, and we will pass the turn here. So most likely it'll be a turn 2 Royal Scions into a probably making a token if we don't draw another land here. So let's go this, and we'll tap this for a red. Sacrifice food. And we'll play our Royal Scions. So they played turn 2 Island into Golden Egg. So it looks like they might be like an artifact-based deck. Something along those lines. What do we get rid of here? Probably not Once Upon a Time, and the rest of these cards I really like. Maybe Wicked Wolf, since they might not have creatures to do anything with. I'm actually going to get rid of the Goose. I believe that is probably the right path to go down. So Midnight Clock. So they're a completely blue artifact deck. They just played a Blasting Zone as well. Alright, so we will... That'll be resolved. So let's read this real quick. At the beginning of each upkeep, so our opponent's and mine, put a hour counter on Midnight Clock. When the 12th hour counter is put on Midnight Clock, shuffle your hand and graveyard into your library, then draw 7 cards and exile it. So you can pay 3 to put an hour counter on it as well. Okay, well that's pretty sweet. Let's go ahead and draw and discard another Royal Scion. So I think actually we're going to get rid of our Wicked Wolf here. Let's make a food token, and we will scry. Hopefully another land on top. Domri. I'm going to put Domri on the bottom. I want to hit another land drop. We do get to play Questing Beast next turn, or we can play Oko. It just depends on what they do here. So they are mono blue artifacts, so probably not too much interaction for our planeswalkers or creatures. They're kind of just trying to do their thing, and I guess try to Wheel of Time here. So they're okay. So they have Karn the Great Creator. They're going to be able to tutor stuff from their sideboard. Karn will be dead next turn. Easily be dead. Most likely, if they get an artifact, we'll have to use Oko to turn it into an elk. Because we really don't want them to get the benefit from it. They get Sorcerer's Spyglass. Interesting. Okay. Well, let's plus on our Scions here. Another land. Nice. Well, we'll ditch a Royal Scion because they're probably going to play Sorcerer's Spyglass. And then we'll shock ourselves. And we'll play our Questing Beast that they already know about. And now we'll attack them. We can pin them down to 16, and we can deal 4 damage to the Karn Great Creator, so that's gone. So they do have Sorcerer's Spyglass here to name the Royal Scions, which we will use Oko to turn that into an elk. Let's see what else they have. 2 mana will be going to for the Royal Scions, and the other 3 I'm not really sure. Kefnet. Okay, so they're not going to do that. Gotcha. Gotcha. Okay. Oh, the Midnight Clock taps for mana? Oh, that's really good. That's really good. Gotcha. No problem. Okay, I can dig that. You have to wait a turn to Oko the Sorcerer's Spyglass because we're going to Oko the God Eternal Kefnet here. Resolves. Land is fine. Let's play a land. We'll go green for Once Upon a Time. Let's see, what do they name with this? The Royal Scions, huh? Well, let's grab us a Hellkite for next turn. Let's play Oko. We will +1 on Kefnet. And then we will attack with our Questing Beast. Not worried about Sorcerer's Spyglass just yet. We can +1 on that next turn because we have a 3-mana Planeswalker with 5 loyalty. So that does help quite a bit. Royal Scions will have to take 1 turn off, unfortunately. Also, they have Flood of Tears. Interesting. And let's see, if you return 4 or more non-token permanents, you may put 1 on the battlefield. Well, how about that? Let's see what we got here. Well, I guess we just... Well, let's play a land. Let's play Oko. And we will plus on this guy. And then we'll play our Royal Scions. And we will plus draw a card. Discard a card. Another Questing Beast. Okie dokie. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, sorry, 6. Let's get rid of the Goose. We just want all the Questing Beasts. So they're an artifact deck that bounces their artifacts when they need to. Gotcha. Midnight Clock coming down. Sorcerer's Spyglass probably going to come down to name something. Probably Oko at this point. Sounds about right. Royal Scions will continue to tick up. Well, let's see, what do we need here? So Oko Thief is going to be named, so I can't turn that into a Spyglass. Here comes Flibblethib to draw a card. And that's going to go at the Scions here. Gotcha. Midnight Clock's going to trigger. Sounds good. Well, what do we do here? I think we just play our Questing Beasterino. Oh, plus. We'll discard a Questing Beast, actually. And then we'll play this tapped. And we'll attack. No blocks, hit them to 8. Next turn we get in swing for another 8. They know about the Hellkite, so they have to be a little weary of that. We have a blocker for here and here. They have a redraw plus a Witching Well, so they should play Witching Well first into Egg, but they have a Golos in their deck. I mean, it is an artifact. Let's not get it twisted. They can go get Blast Zone. Okay. I'm gonna try to take out all of our threats with a Blast Zone. Now here's the problem here. They should have scryed 2 before they drew, so they knew what they were drawing. That probably would have been a little bit better. More optimized play, definitely, to find something that they're looking for. What do we do here? Because these 2 can block it. But we do get to kill it there, which is great. Royal Scion, huh? Well, let's go ahead and play Hellkite. We'll give it haste. We'll +1 to give 5, 8. Yeah, we'll give this +2. And we'll swing with everything, because this has Death Touch, and we don't really care. Yeah, we'll do it like that. Oh, I think, okay, yeah, I was going to say it does damage to both of them. Sounds good. Let's go ahead and play our Boreal Grazer to block. And we have them on a 1-turn clock here. Unfortunately, we didn't put this in with a counter, so we can't what's it called? We can't do the thing where we make this a we ping it, I guess. So the question is, do they kill our Hellkite? I think regardless they lose, just because, and I'm not sure what they have in their hand, but we do have another Questing Beast in hand, so alright, so we just win with the Hellkite then. We're just gonna jam the Questing Beast. They might have like a bounce spell or like a something. I think that's the only thing they can have is a bounce spell here, so guess they do not have a bounce spell. Alright, well, we won the game. Alright, so mono blue artifacts. Very interesting, very interesting. I think we want to bring in our Veil of Summers and our Disdainful Strokes. We really don't want them. Well, actually, Shifting Ceratops is pretty good too. So Shifting Ceratops comes in. I don't like Wicked Wolf in this matchup at all. I like Veil of Summer, and I like Disdainful Stroke. Once Upon a Time is a little lacking, and I'm not sure if I like a Boreal Grazer on the draw. What else can we get with their Disdainful Stroke? I guess we get Kefnet, and we get the Flooded Tears, which is really important. So we'll go ahead and cut 1 Grazer. I think this looks pretty good. Yeah, Veil of Summer, so we can... I'm not sure if they have counter spells or anything like that in their board, so we probably need to bring in Veil of Summer that way. I'm not sure. I think Flooded Tears does not target, so it just bounces everything. So we just want to Disdainful Stroke that. Other than that, our game plan is pretty solid. Just you know, get them dead as soon as possible and not let them do their artifact thing. Questing Beast, you know, flexing his muscles a little bit there. Let's see if we have a pretty quick clock here. Just glad we decided to mulligan that first hand into something more active, I guess. Proactive. Let's see what we got here. Waiting on the opponent, choosing whether or not to play first. So they're going to play, and we have the worst hand. We have all of our Sarkhans and a Hellkite. Sarkhan is probably really good in this matchup, but it's a little too slow. I want to get on the board as fast as possible and start dealing some damage here. So waiting for the opponent to choose whether or not they want to keep 7 or not, and then we will choose to mulligan. Now, what's awesome is the London Mulligan allows you to draw another 7 and choose 6 cards from that. So this is a little bit better, not the best, but we'll definitely keep it. We'll put the Hellkite back for now. We want Veil of Summer, we want Domri, and hopefully we find a blue source for Oko. Having Sorcerer's Spyglass was kind of unfortunate for us. They got that out of their sideboard, obviously, but it looks like they're not big on their sideboarding because they have a Karn package, so it's possible that they just like rely on Karn for almost everything. Alright, so we have spend 2 mana, add 2 mana to your mana pool, cast artifact spells or activate abilities. Blue, search your library for a card named Heartpiercer Bow or Dragonfire. Okay, I remember this card. It's been around for a couple years now. Super solid card if you're trying to ramp out artifacts like our opponent is here. So this taps for 2 colors. Okay. Yep, no problem. So they're ramping a little bit here. Maybe I should have drawn a card like this. Yeah, let's just cycle. Let's just cycle Veil Summer. All right, Goose is pretty good. That's what we wanted to see. Hopefully we draw like a breeding pool or something along those lines. Maybe a steam vents. That would be really nice. But as it stands, we can do Forest, Domri into Goose. So that's probably what we're going to do here. So Forest, Domri, +1. We're going to add a green and play our Goose. And our Goose is going to allow us to have blue mana to play one of our cards here. Right now they have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 for artifacts, and they have 3, 6 for anything. So they could crack this, draw 2 cards. They could play Karn the Great Creator. They could play... I'm not sure what artifacts are really in standard. Okay, Chromatic Lantern. So maybe they have like non-blue spells in their deck. 3. So this can tap for 2 mana of different colors. So it has to be different colors, can't be the same color. So 2, 3, 4, 5 currently. Karn the Great Creator, sure. Well, if we draw a land, I think I need to play Sarkhan and kill the old Karn here. I think that's probably our best bet. Bolas' Citadel, huh? Well, I think we have to do it anyway. +1. Add a red. Sacrifice food, add a mana. Another red. Play Sarkhan. Plus Sarkhan. And swing at him for 4. Or for 5 actually. Wow, because it pumps everybody. Woohoo, baby. Alright, so 3, 4, 5. Well, I guess they can use that to cast that. I don't know if that's the wisest idea, because they're going to have to pay mana for everything. So let's see. 2, 3 will pay the 3 cost here, and then Bolas' Citadel will be cast off that. Nice. They play land. See how much life they take. Doesn't look like much, actually. Alright, so I think we will make a food token. And then we will plus Sarkhan. And then we will plus Domri. We don't really need to get their loyalties too low. And we will swing for 10. Very nice. So we have them on a one turn clock here, and they can't really do much damage. I guess I should have held up Goose to block and then make a token. That might have been better than risking stuff like that. But I mean, if they want to keep using life, we will definitely oblige by beating them down in the air with big giant dragons. They may have the Flood of Tears here, which will be very unfortunate. Extremely unfortunate if they find that. We shall see. If they draw a Witching Well, they don't have it, and they'll be looking for it. So we'll see. We'll see. So 4 mana. Golos, Tireless Pilgrim. Okay. Still no stop to the flyers currently. There's the Blast Zone. They have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so they're going to try to find it off that. They did not. Alright, so there is Ugin. What are we doing? What are we targeting? Oh, good old Sarkhan here. Seems good. Ooh, that's game. That's game. They decided to risk it for the biscuit and go down to 4 life. Unfortunately, that is going to end very badly because I have another Sarkhan in my hand. This deck hits from way too many angles way too fast. I really, really like this deck. And I still get to play my islands, which I don't have any islands right now, but that's okay. Alright, beep beep, I'm a Jeep. let's just plus to make a mana. Yeah, we'll make a green. Play Sarkhan. And that's all she wrote, folks. That is all she wrote. Alright, match 1, game 2, whatever. We got the win. Alright, let's move on to the next one. Hey, welcome into round 2. Let's go and take a look at our hand, see what we got to work with here. Right now, we're not looking too good. We have 2 lands and then a few 3-drops here. I think we need to mulligan to a like a 1-drop here. Well, it's not what we want. It's basically the same exact hand, just except with 1 extra land. So I guess we'll keep this, put the Hellkite on the bottom. We're going to scry turn 1 to look for a land. And then try to get these planeswalkers down as soon as possible into a questing beast. So we have all of our colors, we have our planeswalkers and our questing beast. So we're not doing too bad. We're just really missing a there you go, a mana guy. So next turn we can play forest and then play breeding pool, and then we might be able to play questing beast on 3, which would be super good. So we'll play Boreal Grazer and we'll put our breeding pool into play. Awesome. So we got the ramp going here. If we don't hit a land, we can always Royal Scions to draw a card. If we... Alright, so there's a Parachute. Not too bad. No land, huh? Well, I think we'll just Royal Scions here and try to look for a land. We can ditch the Boreal Grazer, no problem. There's our land. Buy a Boreal Grazer. We have green for our questing beast, so no attacks here. Looks like they are like a blue-green, maybe ramp style deck. So we got to look out for probably like Nissas, stuff like that. And we don't want to turn their creatures or their lands into 3/3s, because then they turn into 6/6s, because they're 0/0 lands with 3 counters on them when Nissa makes them into creatures. So something we got to remember. Royal Scions is currently at 6 loyalty, which is absolutely bonkers. So that's pretty sweet. Paradise Druid cannot block the questing beast, which is nice as well. If they play their own questing beast, then we're kind of in trouble. But at this point they can't, so that's great. Now we get to play questing beast and hopefully get in there for 4. What do they have for the Royal Scions? I saw them hovering over the Royal Scions there for a second. We'll probably pump a creature just because we don't want to discard yet. I don't think we're in the mood to discard. Oh, Brazen Borrower. Woo! That's pretty nice. Pretty nice play there. I have a questing beast. Oop! I swung with the Boreal Grazer. Whoops! Did not mean to do such things. So they are like a soul tie, or I guess they're just like a Simic deck. Alright. Maybe they're playing like the Matt Nass deck from SCG Philadelphia. That could be a possibility, because now they can flash this in. Okay, there's the Nissa. Gotcha. Well, on whatever land you untap, I can questing beast and block it, which is really cool. We need to take out that Nissa immediately. So let's go ahead and Royal Scions. And we will give this guy first strike and trample. Feels good. Play our Goosey Goose. The goose is now officially loose. Alright, and then we will attack Nissa. I don't think, if they block, Nissa's not going to die, but we get to kill their stuff. Because this does give his first strike, trample, vigilance, death touch, haste. Whew, what a mouthful. Nice, it only dealt 1 damage to it and dealt 1 damage to that. Sweet. Okay. So we're not looking too bad. We got the Oko in the hand. Not sure here. The plus on this is nice with questing beast. Makes this thing an absolute freight train, which is crazy. So they have 4 green mana. We gotta make 6 green mana. 7 mana. I guess they only needed 6 mana. Well, they needed triple blue if they wanted to do like a mass manipulation style. I wonder what they have. Very interested to see what they have actually. 6, 7, 8. 8 mana. 9, 10. I guess they could have like a big Krasis or something. A big giant Krasis. Okay, they have an Oko. Oh, they can plus on our questing bees. That's kind of lame. Ooh, that's super lame. Okay. Ooh, that's pretty lame. They still have 7 green mana floating. Oh, a Hydra Krasis. Oh, they're gonna do that and then. Ooh, man, we're in a bit of a pickle here. We're in a bit of a pickle for sure. We need another questing beast off the top. We don't. Let's see. This thing can't fight that, but I can fight the... I guess I can fight this, and I can kill that in the air with the pump from this. And this dies, possibly. We're in a bit of a pickle here. They had a pretty good set of plays here, only on 3 lands. So what do we do here? I guess we play Wicked Wolf. Trigger's gonna go on the stack. I'll put full control on here. Well, we need to take care of Nissa, so let's target that. Submit. Resolve. Like that, it's dead. Plus Scions. Make this into... This doesn't have reach, right? No? Okay. Next, we will swing at Nissa to kill her. Cool. And then we still have this to turn it into a 4/4 and give it indestructible. And then Oko's gonna come down and start making tokens for this guy. Okay. Okie dokie. So we're slightly in it. They used their everything out of their hand. Hopefully they should draw land or something like that. Their board is looking pretty big. They can't attack. They cannot attack with either of these, but they can attack with a 5/6 Hydra. Now, does this get Hexproof? It does not. Well, I think we'll just keep the token though. Make it a little bit bigger. Oko, you dirty rotten, you making my life very difficult. Very difficult indeed. Very difficult. Okay. We still have the mana to play Brazen Borrower. Not sure what we can draw. I guess we can draw like Hellkite or Sarkhan or another questing beast. Just more questing beasts would be great. Especially since Rosan is not dying this turn for sure. This has trample, so we're not going to even touch that. I guess 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh gosh, I guess we... If I block here, 2 goes over. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If I block here, 7. If I block here, 8. Alright, sorry Royal Scions, you dead. You dead.
So tired.
Alright, what do they got in hand? Probably another bomb, probably. Very unlike them to draw just lands. They only draw 3 lands this whole game. Ugh, another Hydra. Great. Gotta kill my goosey goose. Maybe not. Okay, so still didn't draw any lands. Man, I think we're dead here though. Unfortunately, I think we are dead. Do this, make a token. They have 9, 10, 13, 14, 15. I guess we'll do this, and we will plus to make food token. Then we'll wait to play this, and then we have a 5/5. We can fight that and kill it. I guess no attacks. It's tough. We're in a bit of a pickle here. They still have Brazen Borrower up too. they would just draw like a land or two and just not stop drawing Voracious Hydras, that'd be great. Looks like they drew another spell here. Yikes, we're getting pretty unlucky here. Did not draw too well. Our opponent drew very, very well. Alright, we are dead. So let's go ahead and see what we got as far as spells go. So against this deck, we probably want, honestly, Disdainful Stroke. Their big spells are like the big Hydras, Nissa, stuff like that. So let's just bring all these in. Cut. I don't want to cut any of my 1-drops because we are on the play. And we can probably go down like 1 Wicked Wolf. And let's go down 1 Grazer actually. I think that's all I want to do. I don't think I want to do anything else. I just want to be able to counter their Nissas and kind of tempo them a little bit after playing a Questing Beast or something like that. Pretty good game so far. We kind of got land screwed there midway through. But let's see what we got here. Arboreal Grazer into Questing Beast into Disdainful Stroke. Sounds beautiful. Yep, I'll go first. Forest into Scryland on turn 1. Sounds awesome. And they're going to 6. Cool. We'll probably play Hellkite with a counter on it, honestly, just to have the ping ability. Yep, we will put that into play and look for another land. Oko's pretty good. Oko's fine. Turn to Oko. The old Gilder Goose. Land Oko.
I'm certain you're quite charmed to meet me.
Create a food. No attacks.
And all your cares.
Should I have turned that into a 3/3 and attacked? Not sure. Not sure yet. Time will tell if I should have just started attacking with this Arboreal Grazer as a 3/3. But I do have reach to block this if it pumps. So there's something there. 2 lands with a goose. So they have 3 mana, 1 of any color. For their own Oko. What you gonna do? Making a food token.
Welcome to the feast.
What do we got here? I guess we'll do goose. The goose is now loose. And we will plus to make this a 3/3. And we will swing at Oko. We get to make another one next turn. They only have 3 mana. They don't have 4 mana or 5 mana yet, thankfully. The Oko is a bit annoying. Going to be able to make other 3/3s. But we do have Disdainful Stroke, which is super nice. And we have our Gilder Goose, so we can play Questing Beast if we want next turn. But I think just making 3/3s and passing the turn and making more food tokens is probably where we want to be. Just flood it with 3/3s until coast is clear for Questing Beast. Yep.
Your new look is enchanting.
Sounds good to me. Paradise Druid. Sure. Pass the turn. Alright, so there is our land. So I guess we'll plus on our food token here. And we will
And put on your true shape.
swing 6 at your Oko. That's fine. Goes to 1. And now we can play this for 2, and we can make a food token. And, okay, so we can actually exchange. That's pretty cool. We can give them like an Arboreal Grazer or something. Pretty sweet. Make a food token. Yep. I shocked that land in so we can make a food and play Disdainful Stroke. We have 3, 4, 5 right now. So they could play Nissa. They could just jam. Although Oko is going to be a little tough to deal with. Wicked Wolf. No thanks. Definitely going to counter that one. Pass. Pass. And we'll make a food. Alright, and I believe we're going to... Oh, okay, so we got the win. So we were going to Questing Beast and minus Oko to take their Goose to get them off their 5th land. That would be able to kill their Oko and be able to put a lot of pressure on the board. So that's really sweet. So that was nice. I honestly don't think we want to change anything here. I like the Disdainful Strokes. They're very, very good against their deck. Disdainful Stroke is insane right now. I remember when it was super good back when like Jeskai Ascendancy was out and Siege Rhino, and the Jeskai Ascendancy decks couldn't really hang with the Siege Rhinos, so they would just play a bunch of Disdainful Strokes on the board and something else. But even with all the counter spells, like we just could not keep up with the old Siege Rhino. I missed that card. That card was great. Anytime we have like a Siege Rhino or a Thrag Tusk, I think that's when Magic is at its best, to be honest, even though they're really strong, impressive cards. I think like those standard formats, as far as I can remember, were like the best standard formats I've ever played in. So we have Goose into Oko, huh? I think we have to keep. I think we have to keep. Turn 1 Breeding Pool and turn 2 Steam Vents. Hopefully draw more stuff here. See what our opponent does. They've had pretty early starts as well. Ours is not as strong as it was last time, but we still get turn 2 Oko, which is really, really tough to beat sometimes. So they're going to 6. Playing a Goose. Yep, I think we're going to do exactly the same thing, except our card isn't as cool. Okay, so we have Oko into Questing Beast. That's really good. Goose is loose. Both did the same exact play. What you got for me, opponent? Alright, they have a Scry land. See if they pass the turn or use their mana. They do not. So we will play our Oko. Yep, we'll pay blue, sack. We'll see if they have a Mystical Dispute or something. If they don't, +2 to make a food token. Next turn we can go Questing Beast. Make this a 3. No, actually we have to use this. We can make another food token, play Questing Beast. Alright, so they play their 3rd land, so they have 4 mana currently. See if they have a... Okay, so they have their own Oko. I was really worried that they were going to have the Wild Wolf thing. Alright, so they're going to hit this to 3. Sweet. Sweet, sweet, sweet. That's fine. Do it. You won't. Royal Scions. Whew. That's pretty dirty. Well, I guess we're doing it here. Play 2 life. We'll make a red to play Questing Beast. And we will +2 make a token. And we'll swing at you. And then we'll do 4 to this. Nice. Alright, we're in a pretty good spot here. Hopefully they don't play Nissa. That would be pretty terrible for us. They have to sack their food token. Or they can make a food token and sack it. 3 cards in hand to our 4. Now we could play like Once Upon a Time next turn, possibly. I think I want to get Royal Scions in play though. So we can try to find a Sarkhan. I think that'll be our best bet. I'm just hoping for no Nissa. That card is really, really tough to beat. Questing Beast does a fantastic job of it, though. We'll see if they turn this into a 3/3 or they make a food token to play Nissa. Or they can sacrifice this to play Nissa. Okay, so they're going to create a food.
It's not poison.
Cool.
Trust me.
Questing Beast is going to bring the beats, actually. What you got for me, opponent? Okay, so there's the Nissa. Right, sounds good. Yep, turn that into a 3/3. Alright, so play Royal Scions. Plus on this guy here.
Your heart can overcome any challenge.
And I think we will. Do we scry or do we do something else? So this has -5, so we can exchange actually. Yeah, I think this is the best play.
I found something for you to dote on.
Let's see. And then I think let's swing first. You, and then we'll swing at Nissa. See what they do here. See what they do. Vigilance haste. The old Questing Beast is coming in hot. If you don't block it, I get to kill. Well, I might kill Nissa, to be honest. Sure. They block here. I feel like they're going to. Okay. Yep. So 5 can go to something. So I guess we'll take out Questing Beast. Next. That's out of here. Play this so we can Once Upon a Time. So right now we got him. Hopefully we got him on the ropes a little bit here. Hopefully they don't have another Oko. That would be pretty bad, but Royal Scions making this have First Strike Trample is crazy. Don't get it twisted. The old Questing Beast, your boy Questing Beast, is coming in hot. 6/4. First Strike Trample. What does he have? First Strike Trample, Vigilance, Death Touch, Haste. Whew! Cool me down. Cool me down. This is too crazy. Pass. All right, we will Once Upon a Time then. What are we looking for? I don't know. I guess we're looking for a land. Maybe we just don't play Once Upon a Time. Gosh, that's card. All right, so let's play Oko Loco Doko here. +1 on our guy to turn him into a 6/6 here.
I invite you to change your ways.
Let's scry. What do we have on top? Hopefully a Sarkhan. Nope. We want a Sarkhan on a land. So now we will plus. I guess if we plus on this, they can block for 4. And then it'll take. Yeah, I think we do that. Or this hits him for 5 down to 2. Okay, so they instead of waiting for my decision, they decided to pack it in. But I think it was pretty set in stone there. I think we were gonna win the match. I think plussing on the land to give it trample and First Strike would have been best. All right, let's go ahead and talk about this deck now that we've played a few games with it. Deck is phenomenal. Probably one of the better decks in Standard. Can probably beat Golos pretty easy. This deck definitely has a little bit of trouble with the blue-green Oko decks, the Simic Oko decks, because they are more streamlined as far as their mana is concerned, and their whole game plan is to play Oko into Wicked Wolf, which is, you know, one of our game plans as well. We're just adding in a Planeswalker package to have a better matchup against the Golos matchup. So overall, Questing Beast is a beast. Let's get it straight. Royal Scions plus Questing Beast is, you know, I dare you to show me a better duo than that. Sarkhan is nice because you can go over the top after you're, you know, playing all your other Planeswalkers. I've noticed that Arboreal Grazer and Gilded Goose are the most important cards in the deck by far. Being able to play one of your 3-mana walkers on turn 2 is just vital to this deck being as good as it is. So in the future, I don't think I'll be citing any of these out like almost ever. They're so important to getting your lands into play early, so you can play, you know, turn 2 Royal Scions or turn 2 Oko, and then it kind of restricts your opponent's plays because they're trying to play around these two, and then you're, you know, following that up with a Questing Beast or a Wicked Wolf. into a Sarkhan. So it kind of gets out of hand really quickly. So having these two is super important, and that's probably why Once Upon a Time is in the deck. Sideboard, Disdainful Stroke, the best card in the sideboard right now, because I'm just running into a lot of green matchups that have a lot of Nissas. So Disdainful Stroke does take care of that, no problem. I could see having some Fries in the board, possibly, to take care of opposing Okos that go to 5. But they do go to 6 sometimes, so that's a bit tough to deal with. A 3-mana walker that goes to 6 loyalty that can turn any of your big threats into 3/3s is really, really hard to deal with. Shifting Ceratop's great. I think the rest of the sideboard is really solid. I wouldn't change a thing. If you want to play this deck in like a competitive tournament, I would say just build this 75 and then, you know, kind of tune it to whatever you're seeing in your local shops. But for the most part, this deck is great. I highly recommend it if you want to win. So go out there and get some cards and start playing. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you enjoyed this TEMUR Planeswalker deck. It was really fun to play, extremely powerful, really competitive. So any of you out there that want to win a bunch and play competitively, maybe go to a paper tournament, I would highly recommend picking this deck up or the Golos deck. Both of those seem at the top of their game to do what it's supposed to do and win the game. Go ahead and hit that like button if you liked the video. Go and leave me a comment down below, say hi. You know, let's talk about Magic, talk about this deck, see what's going on. Again, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and remember, Magic is great and so are you. Stay positive and play Island.